Hello everyone, in today's video we are going to do a machine learning project just using the Scikit Learn cheat sheet from KD Nugget. Basically, I want to show you how useful the cheat sheets are, especially when you're starting to learn machine learning and data science. First of all, this gives you the big picture of the workflow of a machine learning project. Basically, you load the data and then you split the data into training and test, you pre-process, and then you choose between supervised and unsupervised model, and then you do the model fitting and prediction. And of course, you can also do the evaluation of your model. And what we are going to do is to import the libraries, import and transform the data, and then build the machine learning model and evaluate it. Let's go. So the first thing that we are going to do is to import the necessary methods from the Scikit-Learn, and then we want to import our data. And we are going to use the wine data that is available in the Scikit-Learn library. This one is for a classification model, and it contains data about some characteristics about wines, and we are going to classify each wine as good or bad. And for that you go with xy assigned to datasets.loadWine. Let's go with that. X and y will be assigned to datasets load wine, and then we define that we want to return x and y, so this will be assigned to true. Basically, if we take a look at our first element in the x, we can see that we have a couple of variables and our data is already pre-processed and transformed, so by now it is already normalized. And our y, we can see like this, we can see all the data. It is classified as 0, 1 and 2. And basically what we want to do right now is to split our data into train and test. And for that we are going to use also a method here, which is the train test split, and we define the xtrain, xtest, ytrain and ytest. And basically we can do it right now. So xtrain, xtest, ytrain and ytest, and as I told you, this will be the method here, train test split, train test split, and now we pass the x and our y, the ones that we imported in here, and we set a random state. Any number here should be fine. So we split our data, and right now we can take a look at the length of our data. And basically this is how our data is split. Right now we want to do a classification model, so we go here at the cheat sheet and we have the supervised learning models and unsupervised learning models. Of course you have a lot more of models than the ones that are here, but we are going to stick with one of these, so we can use the sport vector machines. Let's go with that, and we'll keep it simple with the default parameters, so just like this. And the next step is to fit our data, so we will call our svm svc.fit xtrain and ytrain. So basically we copy this and then .fit xtrain and ytrain. So we have our model here. So basically now we can do the predictions. But how are we going to do that? So we have here that the ypred in the supervised learning can be equal to svm svc.predict xtest. Let's go with that. So ypred will be equal to svm svc.predict and then xtest. Now we can take a look at our predictions. So basically these are our predictions that now we need to evaluate. So basically to evaluate we can do a couple of things here. So we can start by getting the accuracy score. So we call the name of our model .score xtest and ytest. Let's go with that. X test and Y test. So basically we have a score of 0.64 and we can round it so it becomes shorter. So 0.64. And now another interesting thing that we can do is a classification report to take a look at the classification. So basically with that we can print classification report, Y test and Y pred. Let's go with that. We already import this. So let's go print classification report and then Y test and Y pred. And now we can take a look at the precision, recall and F1 score. Of course that you have other ways to evaluate a machine learning model, but pretty much these kind of cheat sheets help you to have the vision and the workflow of a machine learning model. And that's great if you're starting to learn machine learning. And one tip that I have for you is to print this kind of cheat sheets and have it in your desk. I'm sure that it will be very useful for you. And now, if you want to learn more about data science and machine learning in your spare time, make sure that you watch this video over here, where I'm sharing a couple of techniques that can boost your learning. Techniques that I use myself while I was working a full-time job. I hope to see you around. Peace. Bye.